Welcome back to my channel. This is a new what if. This is what if Deku was the reincarnation of Beerus, the Destroyer. Now, Deku's universe is not connected to the Dragon Ball universe. So, after Beerus, dies, after, spending his time as the god of destruction, he gets reincarnated into Deku. Now, Champa also gets reincarnated into Deku's brother. They are twins. Like they are in canon. I believe Champa and Beerus are twins. Now, I don't remember any of Beerus's, powers. So, if you know them, he put them in the comments so I can write them down and then, say out Beerus's special attacks and things like that. Which I believe Champa has the same attacks as Beerus, being twins and all. But, some attacks, unique to the special character. Now, Beerus and Champa are not going to be born with their god powers. They're going to have regular mortal powers, and they're going to slowly but surely work their way up back to their god powers. And, Inko, same Inko, but her quirk is a little bit stronger. Now, Hisashi is actually in the picture in this one. And Hisashi, his quirk a little bit more stronger too. He actually does what Hisashi does. He's not a hero, but what he do is he runs a business. So Deku family gonna be rich. He runs a business that he running pretty well. All this workers, staff members, they all love him because he's nice to everybody. They have parties in the office and things like that, but he always keeps it professional. He makes sure that it gets messed up and things like that. Inko, she runs a little shop that she, basically got from her grandpa. Her grandpa basically ran like a corner store, which, it's the neighborhood corner store. Or, it's basically like, if you don't know what the corner store is, I don't know what's wrong with you. So, they got candy, snacks, and things like that. It's in a regular shop, but, people love going around there because it brings back old memories. Adults go there, they take their kids there. Now, we get to the start, the birth of Beerus and Champa, which I'm either going to call, Beerus or, Deku. But I'm going to call Champa because I can't think of a name for Deku's brother, which I've been thinking about. Either, two things. Izuko or, Izuko or same with an H, after Hisashi. But let's go. So they born, regular mortals, but they body a little bit more stronger than regular babies should be. They already buff. Oh yeah, and this one, they can't get fat. No matter how much they eat, they can't get fat. Because I don't like the way Champa look. Can't see a fat Champa and I can't see a Beerus and say they twins. Now, Beerus is the older one. Now, growing up, they got along a little bit. They still fought like brothers do, things like that. They love eating and, fighting other people. Now, this one other thing, they love cats. And they hate mouses. So that's going to play a huge part. But it's going to play a part to some certain character that you know. And the ship for this one is Melissa. Why Melissa? Well, no, not Melissa. No. No. How about, hmm, the memory of the, nah, never mind. I don't know what the ship is for this one. Leave a ship in the comment section. Wherever it is, I'm gonna have to age them down. Okay. Deku and Chopper growing up, they slowly but surely get their power back from, the old world. But they ain't gonna get their God key until, a while. So, they basically just got Mortal Key for now. But, they no regular attacks. So they know how to fly, teleport, shoot ki blasts, ki waves. What it's called? We're basically Goku. They put ki around their body as a ki shield. Things like that. They know how to do that already. And Beerus' ki blast is way stronger than Chopper's. That's Beerus being stronger than Chopper in the anime, which I believe so. Now, they grow up, the drug doctors say that they don't have quirks. These two twins don't have quirks. So Bakugo try to, bully them. But he easily get taken down by, Beerus. Beerus washes the floor with Bakugo. Bakugo gets mad and, he keep on trying every year. Every time you see Deku, he try to pick on him. He try to, pick on Deku and Champa. Deku and Champa are ripped. They don't like buff, but, they ripped. So he tried to pick on, Deku and Champa. Every time he get put down by either one of them. Deku gets Bakugo gets more and more mad because he can't seem to fight them, even though he has power and they don't. Then he start thinking, they must be faking that they're quirkless. They must have strength quirks. But they don't. Over the years, Bakugo getting mad. He try to fight them every day. Bakugo's quirk is also getting stronger, I'm trying to fight Deku and Champa every day. Now, people see that, Bakugo can't beat Deku or, Champa. Beerus or Champa. So they think that Bakugo isn't the top hitter of the school. They think Deku and Champa is. Or Beerus and Champa is. So, Bakugo isn't held as, a god in their eyes. It's Beerus and Champa that's held as gods. But they don't let it go to their heads, Beerus and Champa. Because, they past like they was already called gods. So they thinking these mortals being actually sensible for once. Now, let's go to this beginning of the anime. The last day of school. Oh yeah, Beerus and Champa, they smart. I believe they smart and candy. Beerus gotta be smart. Which I do believe they really is smart. They have godly knowledge. So, they really smart. They get A's on all their tests and everything like that. Now, the teacher, comes in. He says, what do y'all want to be after get out of middle school, go to high school, finish college? Everyone is silent. Teacher throws up the papers, saying, I already know what you all want to be. You all want to be heroes. So, Bakugo Koski, he got his feet on the desk, looking mad, looking out the window. Not looking out the window, he's just looking forward. So you want to go to UA, Bakugo Koski? Bakugo says, yes, teacher. Yeah, teach. I want to go to UA. None of these other weaklings have a chance to get in. Whatever, Baku. Huh, okay. Izuku Midoriya. You also want to go to UA. Yeah, I do. Izuku Midoriya. You also want to go to UA. I do. Yes, I do. No, Trump just basically say that. I do. Okay, I believe you all can get in UA, but just try your best and work out. Do more things. Get out in the world. You'll be promising heroes. Teacher says that, they go on the rest of the class period. The end of the day comes, Chopper, Beerus basically tell Chopper that you should go home first and tell Mom that I don't want to be at Dad's office. Chopper says, okay. So he basically leaves. Now, Beerus still sitting, in the classroom. Bakugo walks up and says, hey, loser, drop out of UA. Beerus said, oh, Bakugo, I don't believe I will be doing so. If I don't, what will you be doing? Will you stop me? Do you have the power to do so? Or will you just be treated like a fly underneath my foot? Bakugo get mad. Said, what do you say, nerd? As Beerus basically says, Bakugo Koski, don't raise your voice to me. I have powers beyond your recognition or comprehension. If I so believed it, I could destroy this world with a single attack. Or if I so willed it, I could destroy you with a chop of my finger. Do you think that you're all powerful? Trust me, there's a multitude of people way far superior to you. To them, you are like specks, small on a atom layer. You're like an atom, while they are the whole multiverse. You are nothing. So don't treat yourself as something in the presence of me. I'm sorry if you hear that train in the background. I can't never get no peace. Living with sisters. Loud neighborhood. Well, neighborhood basically quiet all the time. But loud train. The only thing that's comforting is the gunshots that occasionally come around. Remind me of the hood. Now, Beerus basically say that Bakugo getting mad. Bakugo tries to throw the explosion at, Beerus. Beerus basically pushed that layer of key around. Actually, he let Bakugo hit him. But he don't really do much. Just sizzles a little bit of his skin, putting like burn marks on it. Beerus, wipes it away, saying, Bakugo Koski. Bakugo. You can see that your quirk has no effect on me. So, I will leave you here. If I so willed it, I could have just, put your quirk right back at you. Actually, let me show you a display of my power. As Beerus, basically shows his aura, which he'll not having his god key yet, but his aura is still purple. So his aura basically come around him, and he puts a key blast in his hand. And he aims it at Bakugo. He says, I could erase you at any second. Let me show you something. As he opens the window, He shoots the key blast outside, far into the sky. It goes, out into the sky. It passes, Earth. There's an asteroid that was coming down. It hits it. The asteroid blows up. Now, beerus' level of, key, it's around 10 million, while Champa is at 3 million. And they still are not gods yet. They still don't have the godly power, which godly power is hard to rank. You can't really precisely tell the power of gods. Now, they will get that godly power later on, in probably later parts, or probably this part in later, time. Bakugo sees, the display of Beerus' power. Bakugo is shocked by the power that Beerus just displayed. Now, Beerus grabs his backpack, basically jumps out the window, and starts flying. Now, he flies all the way over to, his dad's company. The sludge filling attack don't happen. All Mike catches him and sends him away. The second attack don't happen also. The sludge filling is captured. Now, Deku basically lands and goes to his father's company. Every employee knows Deku or Beerus and Champa. So they basically don't mind him just coming in and taking the elevator up to his dad's office and going in, seeing his dad at work. And his secretary, basically helping him. So after a while, Hisashi gets all his work done. And he noticed, Beerus basically sitting there. And he says, "Oh, Izuku," or, Beerus, as someone to refer to him. "You're here. Okay. What do you want, son?" So he says, "Nothing. I'm just going to chill out today." Hisashi says, Okay. What? Let's go out. As, Hisashi get up, Deku gets up also, with his backpack still on, and they walk out. They go down the elevator, and they basically just sitting in the lobby. As, they just talking and doing things like that. They got some games in the lobby that, the employees installed, because Hisashi gave them the go ahead to do it. Now, Hisashi, he runs the corporation. There's multiple other, companies like theirs, smaller companies. And, everywhere else in the world. Japan isn't the only one. One in Japan, which is the main one. And the rest all over the world. So Hisashi be having to fly out a little bit sometimes to go visit these other companies. Hmm. 77%. So sometimes the other companies, the heads of the companies, they do come out and speak to Hisashi. Now, Hisashi and Beerus are basically, there, talking, and then something happens. A group of villains wearing masks come inside the area, come inside the building with guns, demanding everyone on the ground, and to not, don't try anything. They want everyone's wallets, their phones, and jewelry. Anyone makes an etiquette suspicious movement, they will be shot and killed on the spot. You know, everyone getting scared, so they basically do that. They reach in their pockets, they pull out their phone, their jewelry, money, wallets and things like that. But one of the robbers, got a slippery trigger finger. So he basically, Hisashi was going to his jacket pocket to get his phone. He says, "Wait, what are you doing?" And the man shot him. Not killing him, but he shot him in the shoulder. So this enraged Beerus. Beerus' power level boosted from this rage boost. And Beerus basically hit this man. With Beerus' strength, he basically almost killed him. He's near death with that one punch. And he basically goes on rampage, taking the rest of them down. All of them being near death, except for one of them. One of them actually died. Now, one of them had a recovery quirk. It basically recovered his body. Maybe, weak. And takes a long time to recover his body fully, but he gets up nevertheless. And he shoots at Beerus. Now, bullets don't affect Beerus. They basically just, hit and, just evaporate. So Beerus, gets mad and he goes up to this man and puts the key blast right in front of him, aiming right in his chest. He shoots it. Key blast goes right through him, killing the man instantly. Now, that's over with. The police come in, rushing in. They ask what happened. Everyone explains what happened, and they go over the camera footage. Basically, the villains coming in with guns. Was about 10 of them. Demanded everyone's phones, money, wallets, jewelry, their valuables. Then one of the men shooting Hisashi. And then Izuku going on a rage. And, basically putting 8 of them to near-death state and killing 2. They try to arrest Izuku for, basically killing people. But, they see that it's self-defense and things like that. But, police do say that it's self-defense. You can't blame him. And it's mostly rage, too, seeing that his father got shot. How would you be if you see your father get shot? As the police say that. As the police officer that wanted to arrest him, basically thinks it over and says, fine. Now, Hisashi goes to the hospital and Deku goes home. Deku explains the situation to Inko and Champa. Champa also getting mad that Hisashi got shot and, him releasing his ki. Which is, affecting Inko a little bit, because Champa's ki is 3 million. So it's pushing Inko down a little bit, which, Beerus tells Champa to calm down. They got dealt with, and father's in the hospital. He should get out, and he should get out today, but they still have to, get the bullet out of his shoulder, patch it up, and he can go home. They say, okay. Now, Hisashi gets back. About 10 months of training happened. What Beerus and Champa are doing are trying to raise their ki in their, bodies. So they start training. They basically they get weighted clothes. And, weights. Ranging over the thousands, the tons. They start lifting tons. And then they do something else. They found out a way of suppressing their ki. Well, not suppressing their ki. They found this strange thing that pushed their ki back at the level of 5. And, they basically have to build their key up again. Them doing this, and, it's basically like it boosts their key by, 5 times from them doing this. And they wear this all the time. The longer, they use their key, the more their key is boosted from this. What it does is it basically puts their key down to lower levels. And, every time they basically rise their, train their key to get it back up to, higher levels, it does the same thing over again. It, stores their key up, put it back to lower levels. So this helps them get stronger faster. Their bodies, basically, they ain't trying to get buff because they know if you get buff, you move slower. They ain't trying to get super buff, but they, basically get their bodies, in the perfect condition. For someone who's trying to move fast, but also move precisely. Because that was the type of fighter Beerus was. I don't believe, I don't really know what kind of fighter Chopper was. Now, basically, they do have that love for eating. They do love eating, earth food, like ramen, well, Beerus does. I don't know about Chopper. Ramen, things like that, sushi. And they love hanging out with cats. Now, they clean Dagobah Beach because they see that this will be a huge, thing for them. They basically put their key all the way down to 0. And they also, hold back their strength. They find a way to do that too. Put their strength back at 0. But they still keep their muscles, but they don't move their strength. They just basically clean the beach. After putting their key down to 0 and, get all the garbage, out of the area. Now they, clean the beach up, make it look, good again. And then they invite their mom and their dad out for a day at the beach. They have a day at the beach and, they just, have a fun time. Playing in the water and, building Chomper making a huge sandcastle, still being teenagers. 14, making a sandcastle, a huge sandcastle. Everyone can see it from a block away. It's the size of a house. Now, Deku and Champa are rich, being a son of, Hisashi, him owning a multi-millionaire company, with him being a millionaire. Actually, he's more richer than Momo's family, which, everyone knows this. Some people try to rob him on a daily basis. So what Beerus and Champa do is this. They basically Inko and Hisashi, and they trained them to use ki. Now, ki exists in this world, but since everyone has quirks, they basically forgot all about ki. Now, the gods of destructions, the angels, the grand priest, Zeno, the god of everything, the Kais, demons, frost demons, things like that. They don't exist. So, that won't happen. So, Beerus and Champa basically teach Inko and Hisashi ki for them to, protect themselves. They teach them how to shoot ki blasts, how to fly, and ki barriers, and to teleport. Now, it basically takes Inko and Hisashi a long time to get, strong, but they get above 500, which is strong. Now, they're strong in Earth standards. Other places, not really. Now, the 10 months training It's almost over. A week left. On this week, Beerus and Champa basically, want to try something. So Beerus and Champa, takes off their prohibitors, the things that's keeping, their ki down. They go somewhere where they're, over the ocean. They take it off, and they see that their keys has jumped by bounds. Beerus being in, 700 million, while Champa's being 500 million. That's 500 million. They seen that their keys, got stronger, but Champa is still weaker than Beerus, but he's slowly but surely catching up. But he ain't gonna catch up. He just gets stronger. Now, they see that their keys grown that much. Now they want to see if they can do some of the things they did as a god. So they fly underwater. They can see they can breathe underwater. They think that's cool. That's good. Then they fly into space, noticing that they can still breathe in outer space. They think that's also good because they want to try something one day. Now, Beerus and Champa are very, very smart. So what they're going to do one day is, doing something. But I'm not going to tell you now. This is going to help, change, train Class 1A when the time comes to get them stronger. Now, they basically fly down, and the week is over with. The entrance exam basically happens, Beerus and Champa basically giving recommendation, but they don't take it. They want to show everyone their power. They do wear their, prohibitors not to hurt everyone around them from their massive amount of ki. Even though they do know how to conceal their ki, Actually, yeah, that's what they do. They basically, conceal their ki. Push it down. And, basically, take the exams. Them being super smart, they get first place. Both of them getting the same exact score, with Momo getting third. Now, I know y'all gonna, basically say in the comments, oh, Momo's smart and things like that. Yeah, I know Momo's smart, but, you have to understand, Beerus and Champa has lived for more than what Momo did, and their knowledge is far greater than hers. I'm pretty sure they can learn fast, so they can get all of Earth knowledge. It's not that hard. Well, to them. Now, that's over with. We get to the next portion where, President Mike is basically explaining the robots. He going over robots. The 1 pointer is basically the smallest, worth 1 point. 2 pointers a little bit bigger than the 1 pointer, worth 2 points. 3 pointers, one of the biggest, worth 3 points. And, the next one come up is he about to say the information of the 0 pointer, then, Ida stands up, shouting at UA, saying, I cannot believe UA would make this drastic of a mistake. Then he, shouts at Bakugo, saying, you, stop using a quirk and stop, talking to your friends. Which, Deku and, Champa, Beerus and Champa ain't paying attention to Bakugo at all. They just looking forward. And, Ida basically keep on talking. Then, Deku or Beerus basically puts his hand down and Ida sits down. Which I'm basically saying, you know what that is. Everyone, you should know what that is. That's telekinesis. Which I believe Beerus can do. I believe so. If he can't, I'm giving it to him. We seen Goku do it, but I don't know who else we seen do it. Yes, I cannot remember that much of Dragon Ball Z. I remember, Dragon Ball Super GT was okay-ish. Super Saiyan 4 was my best moment of GT. Now, oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing another what if. What if Deku was a genius? I'm basically gonna go through my mind and think of all the geniuses I saw in cartoon, or some cartoons I didn't watch and some of them I did watch, like Phineas and Ferb. I know they're geniuses. Jimmy Neutron and Dexter's Laboratory, which I did not watch, and any other things that I can't find. So please wait for that, which will come in the later part. So after that, President Mike says, okay, calm down, kid. Whew, I was going to get to that, explaining this. This is the 0 pointer. He's basically like an obstacle. So if you see it, you can run away. And that concludes, the explanation. Go out to the field and receive your card telling you what area you're going to be in. I don't need to charge anymore. So everyone sees their cards. Deku and Chopper gets different areas, and then President Mike basically explains the rules, and then he says, when I count to 3, well, there's no real countdown in the battle against villains. So 3, 2, 1, go. The gates open. Beerus wait for everyone to run by him, which he don't meet Araka because he don't trip him nor Chopper. And everyone runs by him, and so then he started moving faster, which he start flying. He don't start flying. He want to conceal most of his powers, because he do know that villains, figure out people quirks from being heroes, and they take them down easier. That's how basically that's how everyone in UA work. Every sports festival, villains see it, they watch it, and they, basically go after the kids, or, becoming pro heroes. Because they know their quirks, and they know the weaknesses, and they know the strengths to it. So Beerus wanted to keep his quirk on the down low. Well, his power on the down low. He told Chopper that too before going to the other area. So they basically, keeping their power on the down low, they basically just using their strength. They're using their strength to, basically destroy robots. And Beerus gets enough points. He don't want to, show that he's too strong. And then, Uraraka basically gets captured the rubble, and Beerus saves her, and then, punches the 0 pointer, making it blow up, which actually gives him first place from rescue points, which him actually having enough points to pass already, but he gets an extra 60 points from rescuing Uraraka. That puts him above Champa, where Champa was going to get first place if Beerus didn't destroy more robots. Giving Beerus 210, and Champa 170. Actually 190. So Beerus got 210, Chopper gets 190. Now, Deku basically carries Uraraka over to Recovery Girl and, lays her down, and then he walks away. Uraraka was finna say thank you, but, Deku walks away too fast, and, he's basically gone. Now, he meets up with Chopper and they go home. Now, weeks pass and they get their letter telling that they both passed, with Beerus getting first place and Chopper getting second. Now, I might tell them, welcome to my hero. Well, your hero academia. Izuku Midoriya. So, they excited. Inko and Hisashi are also excited. So they go, which they don't really like. They father do, have a driver. They do live in a mansion, but they don't like, taking the limousine. But their father insisted, so they take the limousine to, school. They wear their regular school outfit. Oh yeah, Beerus and Chompa's hair are not like, green and blue. What it is, green and blue. No, green and black. Well, their hair is green and black, but they got highlights of purple. Now, no, they get to their classroom and they basically sit down. They ain't late, and things like that. They're there, relatively early, with Momo being first, and Shoto not being there yet, and them being second and third. Then Shoto comes in, then the rest of the people show up later on. Then, Bako comes in saying, Beerus and Champa get mad. Everyone also sees that, Beerus and Champa look alike. So they're going to ask them later on if they're like twins or something. So Rocco comes in and she thanks, Champa for saving her. But Champa says, nah, you must got me confused with my brother. Then she looks to the right and she sees, Beerus. She says, oh, so you two are twins? They say yes. Then, Raka says, so thank you for saving me. Says, it's no problem. You should probably sit down. The teacher is coming in. He says, what? And then Aizawa, basically open the door. Goes to his, his desk. And says, everyone sit down and be quiet. My name is Shoto Aizawa. I'm your homeroom teacher. Put these outfits on and go outside. Raka still says, what about orientation? Aizawa says, you don't need orientation in hero school. So everyone goes into the locker room. They start changing. They see that, Deku or Beerus and Champa, they look ripped. They got scars on their body, they look cool. Kirishima say, dang, dude, you're ripped. What's your training method? Beerus said she wouldn't be able to complete it. Then, he basically puts on his shirt and leaves. Now, no, not yet. Mineta still says, hey, look, guys, there's a peephole here. He started peeping through. Jiro basically was still listening. Then she heard it, and, Mineta keep on peeping, then he gets stabbed in the eye. Nobody tried to stop him, because nobody really cared. So they all go outside. They're trying to see which one of the boys was actually peeping. Then they see it was Mineta, because he's holding his eye. So they, basically mark Mineta for assassination. After that event, Mineta went missing. I'm just kidding. So, basically, as I always throws the ball to Deku. Says, you got first place on the entrance exam. I'm throwing the ball. Bako man, because he got first place. Aizawa then says, what's your furthest star in middle school? Which I'm going to say is, 1,000 meters. Everyone's shocked. As I was saying, quick line. With Beerus saying, I'm not lying. Says, well, throw it right now. He throws it. He gets 20,000 meters. Aizawa says, are you using your quirk? He says, no. Aizawa says, then throw it with your quirk this time. He puts ki in his body, enhances his body with ki. No, he throws it regularly using, he don't even use all his strength. He barely even use strength. Then he, start using his ki. He throws it. He was finna get, 1,000,000 meters, but then he shot it with a ki blast and it goes to outer space. Getting infinity. Everyone shocked. Then, Champa does the same thing. Everyone is double shocked for these two display of powers. Now, every other test they ace. Race. They get there instantly. Teleportation. Grip strength, they break it. Side to side jumps, fast. Long jump, flies. Punching power, I believe. If it's not there, I'm just gonna add it. No punch. No punching power. They basically do it. They know how to throw a punch. So they throws it. Hits it. It's good. They don't. Beerus holds back his strength. And Champa, he does what Vegeta did. He destroys some machine. Then Champa says, everybody shocked, Vacuum Throw destroy this machine. Then Champa says, Beerus, you could have destroyed that. Why you didn't? Everyone also shocked. Because I wanted to see everybody else's punching strength. Dad's gonna have to pay for that, right? They're gonna take it out your allowance. Oh, that's alright. Money isn't a problem, but it's kind of tiring being rich. I hate it, most likely, sometimes. I know what you feel. That's why I donate most of my money to pet shelters to get all these cats off the streets. It's just so sad. Chopper said, getting next to Beerus, holding his soda, saying it's so sad with a tear in his eye. Everyone, basically, see that. Then, as I was, the end of the day happens and they go home. Now, I'm gonna do the heroes versus villains and I'm gonna stop it here. And so, all my bust through the door saying, I am here. Oh my, walking through the door like a normal person. He says, you're all gonna be doing the heroes versus villains today. Get on your hero costumes, which Beerus and Champa's hero costumes looks like they normal God of Destruction costumes, but they have a shirt on and shoes. Other than that, everything else looks just alike, except for the earring. And you see the neck thing, the gold thing on his neck. He don't have this either, but he do have the rings on his bicep, on his wrist. He got them, and his regular God of Destruction clothes. Everyone sees that. They think that they look sick. Beerus is having blue, and Chopper's having red, which are their favorite colors, blue and red. But purple in the mix. So All Might basically choose the teams. The same teams in Candy, Araka and Deku versus. Oh yeah, the person who Champa taking place of is the kid that can talk to animals. I really do feel like he useless. He gonna be my main suspect to put out of Class 1A. So if you hear me putting adding an extra character, just basically think of him being kicked out. So all my basically says Deku and Araka versus Bakugo and Ida. So he says villains go into the building and set up. Then say heroes wait outside until I give you permission to enter. So Araka says, should we come up with a plan? Said no need. Beerus says no need. We can get this over with really quick. She says, oh, okay. So the All Might says, okay, the villains have set up. Heroes, you may now enter. which, you know, beerus basically grabs a rocket and flies up. They get to the top of the building. Then, beerus basically uses his key, you know, and puts a hole in the roof, and he flies down and touches the bomb. I'm like, All Might being shocked and everybody else being shocked, and he has to announce it real fast. The hero team wins. Beerus, not Beerus. Ida and Black go being shocked that they just lost that fast. And they go back to the area. Black get mad. Says, "Hey, you nerd. You just scared to fight me, aren't you?" With being said, I don't want to dirty my fist with your filth. You're not even worth me fighting. Everybody else, do they fights. Whoever team the dude that can talk to animals was on, he on that team, Chomp on that team, and they win. Chomp, basically was aggressive, more than aggressive than Chomp, Beerus did. He basically jumped. He just went straight to the building. Straight in, the other teams had plans, so straight in. And, he basically, take down both of the people and touch the bomb. I'm not saying that hero team wins. Now, this one gonna lead this part off. I hope you enjoyed. Have a pleasant day. See you all either tomorrow. Okay. Pleasant dreams.